Hello YouTube, Jim here. Welcome to Top 10 Archive. Are you displeased with that meat sack you call a body? Do you wish your body was just as smart as your phone? You're in luck. The future of self-alteration is a bright one as the historic practice of modifying one's body continues to evolve. See what incredible things you'll be able to do with your new iBody with these Top 10 future body modifications. As we get started, help us out by hitting that like button and be sure to leave us a comment because we're always looking to engage in interesting conversations with you. Also, don't forget to click the bell so you get notified every time we put out a new video. Number 10. Implanted Compass. The practicality of this implant may not make sense to many, but Cyborg Nest's The North Sense Compass is said to be one of the first steps to better connect man with nature. Though the device is a dermal implant, it likely won't be too long before the concept gets the subdermal treatment. For now, the rather visible external device attaches to the wearer, typically around the chest or under the collarbone, and vibrates when facing magnetic north. The compass is less about directing people and more about grounding and awareness of their surroundings. Wearers of the North Sense have said they've been left with a feeling of profoundness over their new sense of direction. Number 9. Subdermal Watches. The world of biohacking involves using our bodies to their fullest extent, and to some people, that means being able to glance at their wrist and tell the time without the nuisance and weight of a watch. A subdermal watch is exactly what its name implies, and while there's been no verified real-world implementation of it, it may not be long before this convenience goes mainstream. Powered by your body's kinetic energy, a specialized LED screen can be implanted below the skin and will illuminate with nothing more than the twist of your wrist. The concept is a step above dermal implant watches, which simply remove the need for a strap. Number 8. Magnetic Implants. It's not a common practice, but implanting miniature magnets in one's fingertip is also not unheard of and is meant to expand the senses to detect electromagnetic fields. The reaction is a small vibration which, surprisingly, also has a practical use in finding live wires for those that work with electronics. Yes, like a spidey sense for electricians. When magnetic implants become the future of sensory augmentation and standard body mods, it may also expand into replacing pesky headphones. In 2013, an innovative Rich Lee implanted magnets into his ears that, rather than vibrate bone, affected an external magnetic coil amplifier to produce audio. It's an imperfect method that produces subpar quality audio, but we're sure Apple is eyeing the concept up for a later iPhone model. Number 7. Internal LED Lighting. Ever want to be your own walking rave? Then you'll love the latest step in futuristic body modification and biohacking. The concept of implanted LED lighting surfaced around 2010, but grinders didn't start to integrate the idea into biohacking until about 2015 with the introduction of the first version of Grindhouse Wetware's North Star. The 1-inch or 2.5-centimeter rounded device is currently mostly cosmetic, mimicking the bioluminescence of some of nature's more fascinating creatures. But its designer, Tim Cannon, sees a more practical future to deliver biometric data, including blood pressure. Cannon also aims to use the North Star to turn the hand into a motion controller that could connect to Bluetooth devices. For now, however, it's just pretty. Number 6. E-tattoos. Perfect for someone that can't commit to a design. Electronic tattoos could allow the wearer the ability to change their tattoo to any of a number of designs stored in an accompanying mobile app. Emergive Interactive introduced the concept in 2015 with E-Ink, a subdermal implant comprised of 2 pigment microcapsules in lieu of ink. The only problem with the company's idea is that it wasn't real, at least not yet. Meant to inspire readers about what could be possible one day, the subdermal electronic tattoo may not be that ludicrous of a plan, considering Jim Milka's 2008 wireless blood-fueled subdermal digital tattoo interface concept. Similar to Emerge Interactive's idea, Milka's design concept displayed a digital image, but would also double as a working cell phone touchscreen. Number 5. Subdermal RFID chips. Our brain has always been the body's primary source of information storage, but with RFID subdermal implants, that credit may eventually go to our hands. The practice of having the chips implanted into one's body grabbed the internet's attention in 2013 when Anthony Antonellis had one implanted in his hand. Though his chip could only store about 2 kilobytes of data, RFID implants may be implemented globally very soon. In 2015, a Swedish tech office implemented RFID implants for easy access through security doors, eliminating the need for security codes and card swipes. Number 4. Near-field communication implants. While subdermal NFC implants offer some of the same practicality of RFID chips, the NFC implant may have a wider range of real-world purpose. NFC implants are slightly more advanced as they have the ability to both send and receive information, opening up a world of possibilities in subdermal connectivity. Where a RFID chip may just store data, the NFC chip opens up the door to information sharing on the go, not too dissimilar to NFC file share on mobile phones. While the chips are too small to be practical just yet, the future of subdermal NFC implants can expand well beyond being used to open car doors and unlock cell phones. If more influential companies also get involved, you may be looking at an entirely new way to pay for goods and services. Number 3. Advanced Eye Bionics. Bionic eyes have been an advancement in medical science since 2015, but the slightly bulky system 80-year-old Ray Flynn received is not what we're talking about. The technology has proven to give sight to the sightless, but what if these retinal implants did more and appealed to a wider market? A future design is likely to reduce the size of the mechanics of the current model, which uses an external transmitter to speak with the retina implant, while also providing retina-to-brain imaging with a variety of perks. By that, we mean being able to adjust the zoom of our vision, see in a series of different wavelengths, and visibly detect heat sources similar to a thermal camera. With contact lenses available that can zoom in on objects, it seems we may be one step closer to fully cybernetic vision. Number 2. Artificial muscles. We're only as strong as our muscles, so if we want to be stronger, why not augment them to give us strength? Sounds like a far-fetched idea, but a 2006 study at the University of Texas at Dallas produced artificial muscles said to be 100 times stronger than normal, all powered by hydrogen and alcohol. Artificial muscles have a range of more practical uses, but we're focusing on using them to replace our current muscular structure to achieve, for lack of a better term, super strength. Another study in 2014 produced a less drastic artificial muscle from fishing line. While both studies were intended for the use in prosthetic patients, it wouldn't be long before the idea for a more widespread implementation became popular. Number 1. Implantable Smartphones. Combining the technology behind RFID and NFC implants and the concepts of electronic tattoo, the advent of subdermal smartphones may not be a future impossibility. California-based software company Autodesk started working on the possibility of an implantable smartphone in 2012, using the skin of a cadaver to determine viewability and interactive limitations. The team implanted LEDs, speakers, touch sensors, and vibration motors, and found that all components were functional through human flesh. To determine how one would feel walking around with this technology, living subjects wore a layer of artificial skin under which laid small implants that continued to test communicability through skin, quality of light, and button and microphone functionality. While the research was successful, little headway has since been made in advancing the concept of a subdermal smartphone. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to give us a like, leave us a comment, and click the bell to get notified about our next new video.